RDA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to British Columbia and the gleaming jewel that is Vancouver, Canada. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Voyagers of Vancouver. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis joining you from the booth. And, Charles, we take a peek at this Vancouver team entering play.
They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. They get anything comparable to...
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
Well, we kind of thought it was a matter of when, not if, that a team might relocate to a spot outside the United States. Canada seemed like the most logical choice, and now here we are in this great city, a city that's had success in the Canadian League, but now they have an NFL franchise of their very own to celebrate, and man, is it cool to see.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 57 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on third down, Callaway.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. When they failed on that third down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Yates. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stokes.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams would be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throw left side, complete. That's Barber. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway. And he completes it to Westbrook. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game?
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Voyagers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Callaway looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Griffith, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Callaway. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Griffith. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage.
before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Griffith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down. Callaway. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffith. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try it up for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because,
well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down. Leonard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical downhill running. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Callaway. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for, Nate, at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
16 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a 1st down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Hopkins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin on the whole other side of the country, Southern California, an AFC West match.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. On first down, Callaway. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Throw left side complete. That's Barber.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. And that is incomplete here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Callaway.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vancouver offense ready for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
He finds his man complete. It's Hoover. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle they go. It starts. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double down here and get 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stokes.
Still on his feet.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 11. It's a gain of 35.
I'll be giving up respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Voyagers are able to add on to that lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Callaway. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they go. It's Stokes.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, Callaway.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll try the left side. Griffith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Callaway.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Callaway.
And that'll be complete to Dillon.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. He finds his man complete. That's Griffith. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a dump off here complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Callaway. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, it's Griffin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Room here to run. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
On 1st down, Leonard. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hoover. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Up the middle they go. It's Stokes. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking to throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, Callaway looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Callaway. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Allen's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Callaway.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Leonard. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good